Okay, so I'm going to show you if I can try and get this thing here to behave. Okay, so I've pulled it all the way through here. I've got that one there. I get this one over here. I'm going to get these in place first before I do anything back there. So I'm on the 7th gear. Hopefully this doesn't have the wrong amount of gears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so the other bike I just bought actually was 8. And that makes it a 24 instead of 21. Or, yeah, 24. So we've got our cables in here. And I'm trying to figure out where this thing should be. If you pull it completely tight, we're going to be right about there. We know we can look over here and we can see down on this thing. We see that bend mark in that. We're just going to put it like basically somewhere near that. So I'm going to move this to my furthest out gear this direction. Come on. All right. So I'm going to put it on the smallest gear. And then, let's see, we're going to roll our shifter all the way up. Till it won't click anymore. Okay. And then we'll see where this thing sits. It doesn't really sit anywhere near where that mark is. So, but we have a different type of shifter now, so that's probably why. So I'm going to come in here and take my wrench. Let's see. Make sure this thing's in here the right way. Alright, so I've got it where I think it should be. And let's see. It almost looks like this might be in the wrong spot. Like it got moved around. Where the hell? Nope. Well, maybe. It just seems a little strange. It's in a spot where it's like, I don't know, not real good grip on the cable. There's not a lot of surface here. Good Lord. I'm probably gonna have to adjust this. Is that plastic or metal? I can't believe they would make these out of plastic, but they really do. So now we got to get the other one done. Let's see if I can film it. So we get the other cable. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's got such a bend in it. It doesn't want to come out of there. Okay. I'm going to try and just shove it through here without twisting it. Cool. Now we got to come over here and get the other half of it. So that one's going down into here. I'm going to leave this one in. I think I might be able to get it. We're gonna have to pull it. Which these are at a funny angle down here, which makes them kind of hard to get in and out. We probably could see it at the end right here, yeah. So sometimes you can negotiate it. This one's not. There we go. Wasn't playing nicely. All right. Okay, get that one there. So now we basically got the rest of that. So that's all good. Now we need to go back up here, adjust the rest. We're gonna need to seat our cable in here. I'm gonna make sure that you don't cross any of these up where you can't change it. Because like this is a brake cable. If it was hooked up, I would have had to undid the brake cable because I didn't go around it originally. So this is on number 3. So we got that on number 3. Now we just need to pull our cable. That's really long. So we're gonna go. I gotta get these things tightened up. They're moving way too much. That's probably even worse. Okay. Number 2. And now we're on number 3. So literally this thing is this much too long for this bike. I don't see, how did we have this before? So before it was like basically in here like this. we're going to be in here. Come on in. Oh, and we need to be, let's see, out on the furthest. So we've got this pulled back all the way. This can be a little tricky. Come on, man. Yeah, almost got it. Oh, jeez. Just hanging up right there. And of course, I can't rotate this damn thing. So try to move the chain a little bit more. It's just not wanting to go. Come on, man. It's almost like it's hitting the stop. Somebody may have actually adjusted this thing too far. There we go. This is out of adjustment, so it won't go far enough. I'm gonna have to get my screwdriver and set the stop. All right. Let's see. It's this one right here. See, I can bring it out further. Because you got to be able to go far enough to tell the damn thing to go to that fucking sprocket. If you go too far, it derails off, but so this is basically all the way out. So we need to be set somewhere around here. Because we've got our shifter pulled all the way back. I'm trying to do this without like letting it slip, without going like too tight on it. Because if I have to move it, I don't want to booger it up. Okay. So basically now we need to get it up in the air and shift it. All right, well, before we do all that, let's get the brakes out of the way. We got one over here. Just line these up. There we go. And then that one will have to be readjusted. We got it in there. The other one, I just put the wrong one in there, man. Or did I? Okay, so now let's switch these things. Get the right one. Right. There we go. Okay. Now we can do this one. So I'm not sure how they had it before. Over or under. Just kind of depends how you want to do it. Okay. That one's going to need a bunch of adjusting. The new stuff doesn't have the same amount of throw on it. How far does this one go out? Let's take a look and see. About. This feels like plastic too. Yeah, there's no fixing that. We need to adjust it down there. Okay, so we get the brakes. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So this is probably going to need to be tightened. Are we on the last gear? We're on the last gear. This thing's got this wobble. Okay. We go up one. It didn't shift. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, we can't get it to shift back there, but it's because it is really loose. Both of these are way too long, so we're gonna have to play with the cable length. But when you do something like this, you're gonna run into issues with the length of the cables. Alright, so the bike is done, but it's not tuned. So it may never really work right with these shifters because I don't think that they quite move the right amount one way or the other. So like basically something else would probably need to be used. It looks a lot nicer. I'm not a fan of the what they call the monkey bars or whatever, these things, but everything on this bike ends up being too long. These say power. Ooh. So I'll save this anyway just in case. I mean, we've got a seat too that I got for something else, but anyway, this bike is really bad about running into your foot while you're pedaling too. So I don't know, I might have to make a whole bunch of more changes to get it to really work well.